I see Vinita coming.
That's fine, you do.
Om Jnana Nimirandasya Gyanajanasharakaya Shabdabhidadera Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Why is this even more bigger than that?
That's fine. Namo Vishnu Padaya.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Kesavedaya Bhutale Shivade Bhaktivedanta Swami Siddhamini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Vishesha Suryavadi Pastata Deshadarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Now, but next Mataji came, she will take over.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
My mom is coming.
We are waiting until Mataji comes.
My mom is coming. She's doing that to my brother.
Oh, Padma Sakhi Mataji is about to come. Padma Sakhi Mataji is already here, I think.
Her video is on, but she's not in the video.
I know, she was literally right there. And then she just went. I just saw Dina Krishna, and then I saw Padma Sakhi Mataji, and then they both left.
Yeah, and then so then.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is no.
Oh, where is the Kirtan going on? Whose house?
Mataji. Mokun's house.
Oh, Mukund's house. Can somebody start prayers, please? Somebody got disconnected. What was that?
We already finished the prayers.
Oh, today then I'm late. Okay. Usually the before class is going late. So I'm coming. What was happening yesterday? Who can say? What are we see? What was the discussion Monday, yesterday?
Bhishma Deva.
What it
was a better era.
Yeah.
How Bhishma Dev left his body and what instructions he gave to Yudhishthira.
Yes. Bhishma De. Hare Krishna, Rai Prahlad, Ramachandra, Kushi. Okay, let me share my screen.
Oh, how will I carry my art supplies? Where will I put my stuff?
I'm on the last. Okay. Okay, we'll start. Okay, today we will start. But let me pick. Who was that? Ramachandra.
Yeah, Mata.
So were you there yesterday in the class?
I think I was. I was there.
You were there. So what did Mataji say about Bhishma yesterday?
So what we were discussing yesterday is that after Bhishma Dev, like he was on the bed of arrows, Yudhishthir, Krishna, and everybody came to see Bhishma Dev, and then Bhishma Dev actually everybody was kind of sad, and because his grandfather Bhishma, and Bhishma actually raised up the Pandavas, and he wanted Yudhishthira to be like a good king.
Yes. So as you're saying, after the Kurukshetra, during the Kurukshetra war itself, what happened? What happened? Bhishma wanted to see that Raudra Rasa means what is Raudra? Who knows what is Raudra? Raudra is anger. So just like there is Madhurya Ras, there is Dasya Ras. So Bhishma had a desire to see the Raudra Rasa of the Lord. So you know how Bhishma will be, Bhishma promises Duryodhana that he will fight very vigorously. That then he's going to capture all the Pandavas. So he was doing that, and then Krishna gets very upset that his dear friend Arjuna and his dear devotee Arjuna is getting shot by arrows. So what will Krishna do then?
He takes a cartwheel.
Cartwheel and charges toward Bhishma.
Yes. Then Arjuna will actually stop him because Arjuna doesn't want Krishna to get a bad name. That he promised and he didn't stand on that promise. He promised that he's not going to take any weapon. So Arjuna stops him. So as you all know, then Arjuna starts shooting all the arrows at Bhishma, which is a very, very painful part for Arjuna. And then finally Bhishma fell on that bed of arrows. And during that time, Yudhishthir Maharaj, Krishna, and all the Pandavas visit him. And Bhishma Pitamaha glorifies Lord Krishna. And then he instructs Yudhishthir. And then he realizes that the Uttarayana, we all know that Bhishma had a boon to choose when to leave his body.
Yeah,
we all have no choice, right? Do we
Yeah.
have a choice? No.
Nope.
Yeah. So Bhishma has a boon that he has a choice of when to leave his body given by his father. And then he notices that the sun is coming onto the northern hemisphere, which is called as Uttarayan. Like if you know, we celebrate in India Makar Sankranti. So that is the time when Uttarayana is starting. So for the next 6 months is Uttarayana. And after, so in the 12 months, 6 months is Uttarayana and 6 months is Dakshinayana. You're seeing here also, right? So Uttarayana is the sun going towards the northern hemisphere, and Dakshinayana, Dakshina means south. So Dakshinayana means the sun is going towards the south side. So it is said that Uttarayana is very, very auspicious time to leave birth. But the Uttarayana that Bhishma is waiting for is not that Uttarayana which is mentioned as the so-called, auspicious time to leave body. It is not that. So Ayana, like Narayana. So Ayana is there. So Ayana means taking shelter. So Uttara Ayana, the one who took shelter of Uttara. So Lord Krishna took shelter of Uttara. When? When did he take shelter of Uttara?
When he went into Uttara's womb.
When he was in Uttara's womb. When he was in Uttara's womb, for some time, he has taken the shelter of Uttara. So he was also called as, his other name is Uttarayana. So the Bhishma is waiting for that Uttarayana, means he's waiting for the Lord, because he is not an ordinary person, he's a devotee of the Lord. He doesn't have to wait for the so-called Uttarayana, which is considered as the auspicious time to leave birth. Actually, once Srila Prabhupada, devotees asked Srila Prabhupada, if it is inauspicious, like what if devotees leave their body in Dakshinayana? So what will happen? Then Prabhupada said it is about the consciousness. We know that, right? Whatever we think when we are leaving the body, for devotees doesn't apply. It's about the state of mind that we are leaving our body. So now the Uttarayana is coming and Bhishma Dev is, now he's stopping. He wants to, now he's talking. So let's see what he's talking. Rai Prahlad, can you please recite the shloka?
Yes, Mataji. Vishuddhaya taranyanya yat hata subhas tad ikshaya yavasu gatayuda shramaha nivritta sarvanindre vritti vibaramas tu Tushtavajanyam Visrajan Janardanam.
Very good try. Who else wants to say? I know some of you all know it. Balavrinda. Oh, raise the hands. Who raised the hands? Somebody raised hands. Yes, Balavrinda, go ahead. Shloka.
Mataji, which shloka?
Bhishma prayer. I think these prayers have not started. Do you know this? Vishuddhaya Dharanaya.
No, she don't know that, Mataji.
No, that is not prayer. So yeah, she must not be. That's fine. Okay, it's okay. We'll ask somebody else to read.
Mataji, I didn't know Bhishma prayers until there. It was still continuing in the. That is not Bhishma prayer. I know that was hard.
Ramachandra, go ahead. Can you read?
Okay, Mataji. Vishuddhaya dharanaya at subhas tad ikshayayavashu gatayudashramaha nivritta sarendriya vritti vibramas tustava janayam visrujan janardanam.
Okay. Anybody else wants to say? Because we, okay, maybe next shloka you can try. Okay. Who wants to read the translation for me? Today we have less kids. Kavya, you want to read the translation?
Okay, Mataji.
Go ahead.
By pure meditation, looking at Lord Sri Krishna, he at once was freed from all material inauspiciousness and was caused
And was
revealed of bodily pains caused by the arrow wounds. Thus, all the eternal external activities of his senses at once stopped and prayed transcendentally to the controller of all living beings while quitting his material body. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. You tried it very nicely. Okay. So now what Bhishma Pitamaha is saying here, I like this line. So he was at once freed from all material inauspiciousness and was relieved of all bodily pains caused by the arrow of wounds. Why did all this happen? When did this happen? His pain is gone. The material inauspiciousness is gone. All the sensual activities are at once stopped. When did all this happen?
When he was meditating.
Meditating on whom?
Lord Krishna.
How powerful meditating on Lord Krishna is. So meditating doesn't mean, see, I go to a yoga class and the yoga teacher will say, we will do meditation. And he will say oh, or he will say, just focus on your here, focus there, or just observe the silence. So the yoga teacher will be saying that. So,
complete that sentence. I'm really sure you meant to say observe the silence and sleep.
Yes, it's called yoga.
Classes.
I sleep. I always sleep in my class. So the point here is, this is not that meditation. This meditation is meditating on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He was looking, and we all know what is the glory of Krishna, of meditating on Krishna, what will happen. Just forget about meditating on Krishna. By meditating on the holy names, or just by eating Krishna's prasad. So Krishna's prasad is Krishna himself, holy names is Krishna himself, and Krishna himself is also himself. Like, it's not that now we all can say, Mataji, Bhishma saw Krishna. We cannot see Krishna, but we can see Krishna in various forms. We can see through prasad, we can see through holy names. So everything is Krishna fully came, right? So for example, you all might be knowing that dog story, the dog by eating prasadam. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, that story comes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Every year, okay, those who know, just be quiet. It's just a 1 or 2 minutes story, okay? So every year when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was staying, where? Was he in Bengal or Puri? Later, you can say, all of you can, somebody can say.
Yeah.
Every year there used to be a big program, like where a lot of people would come from Bengal, stay, and Sivananda Sen from Bengal would arrange all this program, for staying. And then there is a dog also which is permitted to come. So one time the dog was not given permission. The boatman said he cannot allow the dog to come because they consider dog as a lower animal. It is in Puri. He came to Orissa, but he's not able to go to the other side of the river. Then what happens? So the dog has to stay behind, and Shivananda Sen was not there to take care, and the dog was not fed well. So when Shivananda Sen came back, he realized that the dog is not fed, and they looked everywhere and they didn't find the dog. And he was feeling so upset that the dog was not taken care properly. And then he usually every day they visit Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu they visited that day, and to their surprise they saw dog sitting there near Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu was feeding the tender coconut. In India, when I was little, we used to buy these tender coconuts, and inside there used to be coconut jelly, and we used to break that with spoon. We scrape it and we eat it. That is my favorite. Even now in Florida, because I stay in Florida, we still get that coconuts. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was feeding that coconut jelly to the dog.
This jelly.
Yeah.
This coconut jelly.
So we have coconuts, see? So this is how they sell in India, the coconuts. And when you go to that person, what will they do? They will cut it here, they'll put a hole, put a straw and give, and we used to drink like this.
Mataji, I also have here in Canada. I have a whole box.
Yes.
Oh wait, I used whenever we went outside in our home in my mom's mother's town, they like near there they'll all have these coconuts. They would have this thing. They would cut off the top and put a straw, and then we would drink coconut.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So inside there is coconut jelly, right? Very tender. This is my favorite. We get it, and with a big knife, my Prabhu tries to cut and give me the jelly. So, yes. So the dog was being fed that coconut jelly, and then Sivananda Sen gets so surprised, and he realizes how great that soul in dog, that dog is apparently dog, but the soul. And then Sivananda Sen offers obeisances, and from the next day they couldn't see the dog, and they understood that because he ate the prasad given by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, he got delivered. So such is the power. If you just come in touch with Krishna's names, Krishna's forms, anything, all the contamination is just wiped away, all the material contamination. So Bhishma Pitamaha, and as we all know, Bhishma is a great devotee of the Lord, right? But what to do? It's see, when you like somebody, suppose I like Pranav, it's very easy to say, I like you, I like you, I like you, because I really like him. But if I like him and I have to say, I hate you, it's very painful, right? Because I don't mean it and I want to do it. So Bhishma Pitamaha is a great devotee of Lord Krishna, but he had to act in the other side. He has to be on Kauravas. You know why? Because
he made a vow that he
yes.
will always be on the side of the king.
No, the vow is there. what happens is many times we try to act like based on our mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance, right? But what happened was, uh, they act according to Krishna Anusara. Karma Anusara means we act according to the modes. Krishna Anusara means we act according to Krishna's desires, what Krishna is wanting us to do. So Bhishma, being a devotee of the Lord, he understood what Krishna wants him to do. So he didn't mind to be opposite to Krishna, though it is paining, because he's for a Kshatriya to not get married is a big sacrifice. Because we have seen in history how so many kings had kings had so many wives, not just one. But he just had none. He's a brahmacharya, means it's a big sacrifice. It doesn't the for Kshatriya, it's a big sacrifice. And also he said to Satyavati that, Satyavati asks, right, what if you become the king and my children are not becoming the kings? Then what will he say? I will be a subordinate and I will serve them. It is also a big sacrifice. So how can a Kshatriya serve somebody who is younger than them? Like it hits their ego, right? So that is a big sacrifice. He was willing to do all that just to fulfill the purpose of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Just to do that, he was acting Krishna Anusara. He was following what Krishna wanted to do. So then, I'm so sorry. I was getting a call, so I got distracted. So anyways, so that's why he was acting that way. And everybody thought, oh, Bhishma is on the Kaurava side. So all the bad kings who were there, though they want to fight, they somewhere in the corner, they're still scared of, fighting with Krishna and Balaram. But they all now seeing Bhishma, they thought Bhishma is the biggest strength to Kauravas, and they all came to the Kaurava side. So all the bad people are in one side. So it's very easy for Krishna to fulfill his purpose. Why does Krishna come? Who knows? Can you tell?
Paritraya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkutam dharma samtarpanataya sambhavami yuge yuge.
Yes. So Krishna, now it's easy for him to do dharma samstapana because all the bad kings are one side. He doesn't have to search, and then it's very easy to vanish them. So Bhishma is supporting in that way. He sacrificed a lot for Krishna, and that is why, if you see, Arjuna is related to Krishna, right? He's his cousin. So it's a different story. He's related, but Bhishma has no relation. He has only soul relation. He doesn't have any physical relation. He's just, how is he related? Being a great devotee to the Lord. That is why directly when Bhishma is leaving his body, Krishna is directly present in front of him. See it, and this kind of personality who's a pure devotee is reciting these prayers. So you can imagine what is the potency of these prayers. Prayers is offering vandanam, right? Like Akrura, now we saw Kunti, now Bhishma. If you remember, there is one story. We see Yoga Paramananda is his name. And this Yoga Paramananda is a devotee of Lord, I think Vitthal, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, Lord.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Pandharpur. So every day he would go and what will he do? He will recite Bhagavad Gita. How many shlokas are there in Bhagavad Gita?
700.
Yes, 700. So every day he would recite those prayers. Okay, every day he would recite those 700 prayers, and then he will come back, he will do his service. And one day a rich merchant who sells the shawls, these silk shawls, he was stuck in a rain. So there was a lot of rain, and then all his material, the goods are getting spoiled because of rain, and unfortunately nobody was letting him go inside. And he was looking really for some help. And this person is very poor. He doesn't have a place to stay, but he just have a small hut, and all the hut has the hut has a lot of holes, and only one corner there is no holes. So, and he used to sleep there. But now when this merchant was in need, he said, okay, you can come and stay, you're welcome. And he was so compassionate, seeing the merchant's goods getting spoiled. He said, you can keep all your goods in this corner. And he slept in the wet place where the rain is falling. He didn't mind to sleep there. So next day morning, when the merchant is just give me a second. I'm so sorry. If I don't tell them, they'll keep calling continuously. It'll be disturbance. Okay. So then what happened? This merchant got very happy and he said, please ask, I want to give you something. But he said he doesn't want anything. So the merchant gave him very nice, the costliest, very nice shawl that he has. So this person would tie it around his waist and every day go to recite the Bhagavad Gita verses and offer his prostrate obeisances to the Lord and come back. So that day when he was offering his prostrated obeisances, he was so concerned, he was so cautious about his shawl, that what will happen to my shawl? Maybe it will touch the dirt. So like that, he was worried about the shawl. Then what happened? Afterwards, he felt so ashamed. How did I do that? Why was I thinking about the shawl? How is it so important that I was thinking about the shawl? And then what did he do? He went and he tied himself to a plow. And he was, he was doing that, walking with that plow, and he was punishing himself basically. So then the boy came and he was untying him. He was untying and he was saying, no, 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 please don't do that. He was not letting him untie, but he was untying him. And then finally that person untied, and he, after that he left. But then this person realized that he was none other than Lord Vittal himself. So the Lord himself came and wait, Dinesh. So he himself came to help his devotee, though he made a mistake. He in fact consoled him. He said, please don't worry. Please don't worry. See how much Lord does to his devotees. And see, he's doing that recital of Bhagavad Gita every single day. So reciting the prayers, reciting the shlokas, seeing, not seeing, knowing or unknowing is very, very important. That is the power of Vandana. Indirectly, you're always thinking about Krishna. I'm sure so many of you know a lot of prayers, a lot of shlokas. So it's very, very important to do that. There's the importance of Vandana, because and these are Gita shlokas are coming directly from the Lord, and these kind of prayers are coming from the pure devotees. So how nicely then, so that is what is one thing. We just did one shloka, right? 31. So it's about how when we meditate, all the material inauspiciousness is removed. So that is 31. 32. Pranav, you want to say the shloka?
Mataji, can Advait say?
Yes, Advait, you can also say. Let him finish.
Shri Bhishma Uvacha iti matir upakalpita vitshana Bhagavati Satvata Puna Gave Vibhumi Svasukam Upagate Vachid Viharutam Prakritim Upayusiyad Bhava Pravaha. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Pranav. Advait, go ahead.
Can I see this?
Okay, Mataji.
Advait
Shri
says,
Bhagavan Vacha iti mati upakalpita viti Krishna Bhagavati Satvata Pungave Vibhumni Swasukhamupagate Kvachid Vihartam Pakate Mupe Yasuyad Bhava Pravaha. Thank you, Mataji.
my favorite tune. Thank you. Very nice. Okay. Isha, you want to read the translation for me, or anybody else is there who wants to try this?
Yes,
shloka?
Mataji. Bhishma said, let me know,
But
invest
you have to come on your video.
my
If you want to
thinking,
read,
feeling.
Isha, on the video.
Shri Bhishma Vacha iti matir upakalpita.
Oh, yeah, Vrinda. After Isha finishes, okay?
Put yourself mute. Listen how she's singing.
Bhishma said, let me know, invest my thinking, feeling, and willing, which were so strong,
So
editing,
engaged.
ended in different subjects and occupational duties in the all-powerful Lord Sri Krishna.
Okay, we'll give chance again to others, the other half, okay? Because
Yes,
it's a big.
Mataji.
Thank you. Ojasvi, can you read from here? He is.
Yes, Mataji.
Go ahead.
Some
He is.
He is always self-satisfied, but sometimes being the leader of the devotees, he enjoys transcendental pleasure by descending to the material world. Although from him only the material world is created. Satvata.
Okay, okay. Yeah, here in the translation it's mentioned he's a leader of the devotees, right? So that is Satvata Pungave means he's the leader of the devotees. Bhishma is saying that. Okay, Balavrinda, go ahead, Nana. Say the shloka now.
Iti Vadiro Krishna Bhagavati Sadvata Bhagavate Sadgama Bhagate Quadriyatam Bhagate Mobayudiyadava
Mataji, Prabhu, I say, this is
Yes,
Prabhu.
Prabha. Okay, go ahead, Prabha.
Shri Bhishma Bhagata Iti Matirupakal Pita Krishna Bhagavati Satvata Pungave Vibhumni Asukamupa Tate Prached Vihartam Prakritimupayasya Dava Pravaha.
Very good, excellent, very nice. Okay, so what is Bhishma Dev saying here? Okay, who didn't get a chance? We have one more shloka, you will get in there, okay? So if you see what is Bhishma Dev saying, he's saying now, this is very important. Let me now invest my thinking, feeling, willing. Where he wants to invest all these? Where he wants to invest his thinking?
In different subjects and occupational duties in the powerful Lord Krishna.
Yeah, he wants to invest all that on Lord Sri Krishna. So now he's giving us an important instructions that if Bhishma Pitamaha is saying that we have to invest all our thinking, feeling, willing. Is that difficult? Suraj, is that difficult? What do you think?
Mataji, what are we doing today? Are we doing a craft? Are we doing a drawing?
We'll mostly do drawing only, Prahlad, because crafts take some time.
Okay, I'll go get my mixture.
Okay. Tell me, is thinking easy or difficult?
Easy.
Yeah, most of you all might be knowing that story, right? That widow who has a cow. If you all know, just please 1-2 minutes, be quiet. Those who don't know will listen, okay? So once there is a widow, she doesn't have money. Widow is the one whose husband leaves his body, and if she's staying by herself after her husband dies, she's called as widow. So she's staying with a cow. So she doesn't have much money. All she has is cow, taking care of the cow with whatever milk she sells, the little milk she gets, that's her income. So one day Krishna and Balaram, they come in disguise to her house, and she feels so happy to serve them because she feels they're so divine. Not only just that they're divine, but that's her nature. She always tries to serve everybody. So she serves them very nicely. And then while coming out, Balramji will ask, she served very nicely. You were very pleased with her. Why didn't you give her a boon? You usually give, like, Sudama was very poor, right? How Krishna gave lots and lots of boons, right? So he was asking, like, why you didn't give any boon? Then he said, I already gave a boon. Then he got so surprised. You already gave a boon? What boon you gave? Then he will reveal that, I said that her cow should die. Then Balramji said, what kind of boon is this? What kind of boon? Then he will say, now she's so attached to her cow that I have to feed my cow, I have to feed this, I have to feed that, so she's too attached to her cow. So I want to take that attachment also so that she will rely only on me. We all know that, right? Unless and until we have even a little bit attachment, we will still focus on that. We don't think about Krishna. Like Draupadi, till last minute.
Mataji, I heard this story, but instead of Balaram, it was with Narada.
Oh, is it? The story I read, it says Balram.
Oh.
Yes. So then finally he says, Krishna says, now the cow is not there. She will not have anybody to rely on. So she will think, oh Lord, I don't have anybody. I have only you. Just like when Draupadi, Draupadi was, we say that, Draupadi was calling Krishna, but she was praying that she was praying for everybody in Kurusabha by calling for Krishna. How do we understand that? Is she not praying for herself? When I say she's praying for everybody in the Kurusabha, why? Because Draupadi's topic came, I just wanted to mention. Because Bhishma was also there, right? Bhishma was waiting with a lot of patience. We might think how Bhishma, an elderly person, can do like this, and you're saying he's a pure devotee of the Lord. As again, we are saying he is Krishna Anusara. He follows, he knows what Krishna wants. He wants to bring the glory of the Lord. Just like when Hanuman said, come on, Mother Sita, I will take you in just like that to Lord Rama. What Mother Sita says? What did she say? Did she go? Yeah, she said, you take me, how will the glory of my Lord be revealed? So she waited patiently. She had a chance to go immediately. How many of us will have that kind of patience to take the sufferings? So Bhishma also was waiting. He was having patience, and he has utmost faith that Krishna is going to come. Because this has happened, that is when Krishna, provided sari. And for a devotees like that, when we hear this pastimes, that is when we'll get more and more faith. So to bring all these glories of Lord, he was so patient. He was waiting. He was waiting. That's very difficult to be in that position. And then Draupadi, why she was praying for the Kursabha is because she came from fire. So because she came, I heard this in one lecture. They said because she comes from fire, she is equal to a statue, like to a deity. So a deity or a statue is to be seen only when they're dressed. Like, our deities are Gaur Nitai. Will you show everybody like that, or you'll show them neatly dressed, right? So
dressed.
because like that statue is like a deity, we know if others see her not dressed, then they will get lot of sin. So she didn't want all the members in the Kurusabha. We know how Draupadi is so compassionate. We have seen previously how she could even forgive Ashwatthama. So that compassionate she is. Ashwatthama killed her own children, and anybody in the world would get so angry. Anybody in the world will get very angry, but she said, just forgive. So she's so compassionate that she's praying for all of them. Anyways, so now he's saying about thinking about Krishna. Now Krishna, in this story, we have just seen how Krishna is saying, if the cow is not there, she will think about me. And when she thinks about me, she will not be in repeated birth and death. So that's powerful. That's how powerful thinking about Krishna is, meditating. And we have so many ways, right? How many we can do nine things. What are those 9 things Prahlad Maharaj says we can do to engage ourselves in Krishna consciousness? Shravanam?
Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Artanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atmani Vedanam.
This thinking means it comes under what? Smaranam or Shravanam or?
Smaranam.
Smaranam, yes. So now Bhishma is saying about that, and he's mentioning in the purport very beautiful. And Bhishma is so, when Arjuna comes in, he'll feel so sad that he shot a lot of arrows. But Bhishma, he's so, see what a glorious personality. He will pacify. He will say, it's okay. You only said, I will do whatever you say. What is the last thing that he will say? Karishye vachanam tava, right? So Krishna's, I also heard you saying Karishye vachanam tava. So you just did what Krishna said. So you don't have to feel bad. Anything that Krishna is saying, that is, there'll be never any flaw. So don't worry, because Bhishma was worried that if he goes into that morose mood, tomorrow morning again he has to fight. So he might not fight with a lot of valor. So he didn't want that to happen. So Bhishma he was not showing any of his pain. He was consoling Arjuna. Such a nice, great personality. Right? And this is one of my favorite shloka. I have mentioned it a couple of times when we were discussing about Krishna's beauty. Right? Who wants to say? Tribhuvana kamanam Kamalavarnam Ravikara Gauravarambaram Dadhane. My favorite, so I sang. Who wants to sing this shloka? This
Mataji, can Advait say?
Advait, can we see if anybody else is there? Otherwise, I'll call.
Okay.
Mataji, can I say?
Again, Prahalad and Advait are only asking. Okay, I think you can go for a second turn. Go ahead.
Which one, Mataji?
Bhuvana Kamanam Tamalavarnam Ravikara Gauravaram Tadane Vapuralakakula Vritananacham Vijaya Sakiratiras Navadya.
Very nice.
Tribhuvana Kamanam.
Mataji, could I say
Yes,
Avikara Gauravaram.
Tribhuvana
Suraj,
Dadane.
Advait is saying, let him finish.
Vapura Kuva Tanamabajam Vijaya Sake Kati Astume Navadya. Suraj.
Very nice. Suraj, go ahead.
Tribhuvana Kamanam Lavaranam Ravikara Gauravara Ambaram Dadane Vapur Alaka Vrutana Mabajam
Vijaya
Sakirate Astume Navayadya.
Okay, very nice, Suraj. Very nice, Devi Krishna. Okay, quick. I think, I always run out of time. Okay, anybody is there to read the translation? Quick.
Can Ramachandra say?
Yes, Ramachandra.
Sri Krishna is the intimate friend of Arjuna. He has appeared on this earth in his transcendental body, which resembles the bluish color of the Tamala tree. His body attracts everyone in the three planetary systems, upper, middle, and lower. May his glittering yellow dress and his lotus face covered with paintings of sandalwood pulp be the object of my attraction, and may I not desire fruit of.
Yes. So now what is saying this we mentioned in the when we are discussing about Krishna's beauty. Now how nicely Bhishma is glorifying Krishna's beauty. He's saying, see, in that Kurukshetra war with lot of dust, so much horses, still Bhishma is saying how beautiful his bluish complexion is. He's covered with dust, and but still he's so beautiful. He's saying his glittering yellow dress, his lotus face, his face. So he's saying, let that be the object of my attraction. This is important. So he's saying, let that Krishna's that beautiful face, see that, let that be the object, his lotus face, his beautiful complexion. So he basically is describing the beauty of Krishna, and he's saying, let that be the object of my attraction, and may I not desire fruitive results. See how nice. Krishna is very beautiful, right? How many of us agree?
Yeah.
Me, Mataji. Look on.
Nice, very, very beautiful, right? So now Bhishma Pitamaha is saying how one should leave a body. Very, very important to all of us. We are all going to leave leave our body or not? Yes?
Yes, Mataji.
Are we immortal or mortal?
Mortal.
Can somebody say, if somebody says no, I want to be immortal, will that be possible?
Nope.
No, right? But what is the success of leaving a body? Everybody will leave body. But what is Bhishma Pitamaha teaching us?
How to leave the body?
How should we leave the body? That's what I'm asking. How?
Oh,
Just
think of Lord Krishna.
Thinking about him, meditating about him, and praying that he should be the object of our attraction. Right? If we think about all material things at the time of death, we will get reminded of TV, we'll get reminded of our friends, we'll get reminded of many other things which are not needed, right? So he's saying, let Krishna be the only, let him be the object of my attraction. Okay. So we will end it here. We'll end our discussion. You all sang all the prayers very nicely. I really liked the way you sang. So today I was just thinking what we can draw. Please take your books. Please keep a book. It's my request. As I keep saying every time, don't just draw on paper and throw it, because then you will remember. Okay. So because they said, because Bhishma is now saying about thinking, meditating, and just, Krishna should be the object of my attraction. I just saw these two. First, I was thinking you should draw eye, because he said object of attraction should be Krishna. I thought you will draw an eye and draw Krishna in the eyeball. But I felt it is little difficult for you to draw in 10-15 minutes. So I found these. You can choose anything that you like. And please draw. And also please write one line that Bhishma Pitamaha is saying that we should all. Why? What happened? Why is Ojasvi crying? Your mom is asking to finish your plate. You're eating, right? I think she can't hear. Ojasvi, what happened? Why are you crying?
I'm not crying, Mataji.
You're engrossed. You're singing something. Okay. So shall we all open the book and draw? And when you please draw, please write Krishna here. Okay. Here you write Krishna should be object of my attraction.
Mataji,
Amma.
for the other picture, if we're doing the other picture, then there's no speech bubble thingy on the side.
You can write here. You can
Okay.
somehow you just write Krishna should be the only object of my attraction, right? In the cow.
Okay, Mataji. Okay, Mataji, I'll go get paper.
Yeah, please keep a book, because I know how my kids also, when they draw in papers, the papers are everywhere. I know some of you have book.
Are you supposed to draw like the person thinking?
Yeah, he's thinking, but you have to just write here what you have to think of. Vishwavidhamar just said, right? He wants his thinking, willing, and feeling to be about Lord Krishna. Maybe during revision time, we will choose some.
I'll draw thinking bubble with Krishna in it.
Yeah, sometime when we have revision, maybe we will choose half an hour for some craft. Just write here something about like Vishwapita, Krishna should be the only object of our attraction. Please mention that. Neena Krishna, you also draw, please. Okay, you want to finish that? Okay.
Mataji, do we need to draw both of the pictures or just
No,
one?
you can choose any one. I just pasted to whatever you like. This is much easier, right?
Wait, what do we write in the cloud thing, Mataji, again?
It's in the card.
It's right here.
Huh?
Mataji, what do we write in the little speech bubble or cloud thingy?
Krishna should be the only object of our attraction. See here, he's saying, right? Where is Bhishma Medam? See, he should be the object of my attraction. You write, Krishna should be the object of my attraction.
Can you?
Mataji, you singing something?
Oh, I'm
I
singing.
finished, Mataji.
Who finished?
Ramachandra.
Can you show why you're not coming on video, Ramachandra?
Mataji, what did you say? Krishna is the
It's here. Ramachandra is nicely keeping a book.
Can you go? Can you go back to the thing? I just
That
finished.
is the object of my attraction.
Can you go back?
Mataji, I also have a book.
Krishna should be the object of my. Please add the shloka, like write Bhishma prayers or something as a title. Thank you, Ramachandra. Who has a book? Who also has a book?
Mataji, I also have a book.
If you say I, how will I know?
It's Kavya.
Oh,
Mataji, I don't have a book. I just took whatever I could find easily.
Right? It'd be nice if you can keep a book because this is Bhagavatam. This will keep going on, right?
No,
What's it?
yeah, Mataji, I keep it in the
On crafty, you should like show how to make a kid's book. Like, you take a few sheets of the paper, you fold it, and like you say
And they-
without staples, so like for the little kids, they don't hurt themselves.
You glue all the edges together. Ta-da.
Yeah, but the glue
Wait, Mataji,
takes
what's
some
the text
time.
number?
Text number is 1.9.30, 32, 33. Both. He's talking about 1.9.32, 33. Huh? Dragon చూపిస్తాను. No. You wants to.
We have to take out the blur then.
You didn't draw that.
I did draw it. Mataji, do you have right? Is Krishna the
Mataji, should I draw Krishna? Or should I like write Krishna?
Okay, draw Krishna. If you know Krishna in the cloud, you can drawing Krishna. Okay, Dena Krishna drew something he wants to show you.
a dragon?
This is like a demon. Demon, our demoniac mind.
It looks like one of the Pokemons to me.
Well, Dina Krishna, that's not.
Mataji, could you show it again? I want to.
Mataji, it's really nice. Dina Krishna, it's really good.
He just drew. He drew by himself.
Actually looks like a demon too.
Mataji, 1 minute. Mataji, for some reason I can't pin you.
You can't walk.
Mataji, what do we have to write?
I joined in two but they can't see it just with pencil, so they can't. I joined in two devices, Suraj.
It's from Wings of Fire.
Okay, Mataji, 1 minute. Let me
Mataji,
go
what
to
do we have to
the
write?
gallery.
You have to write Krishna should be Ramachandra.
Your voice was breaking.
Mataji, could I see the drawing again?
Dena Krishna.
Oh, that's giant.
This one is Dena Krishna.
This is mine.
Which one the other one?
Mataji, your voice was breaking. Can you say again?
I said Krishna should be the object.
My brother,
Krishna should be the object of my attraction.
and this is mine.
Still, like Bhishma Pitama is mentioning in this purport. See, I mean, in the translation, Prabhupada writes.
Mataji, I put Krishna should be the object of my vision.
Yeah, you can say that also. I am just taking a line from here. Yeah, no problem. My vision. Or you can draw Krishna also in that cloud.
Mataji, the thing is, if you put Krishna as the object of my vision, then like, you can look at something all day and not pay attention to it.
Of my vision means he wants to just see Krishna everywhere, right?
Okay.
It says Krishna, not something else. So
Why author is
Mataji,
you have to come on video. I can't see you, Prahlad. Prahlad also has a book. Wait. Let me stop my sharing and let me pin you.
Offers pleasure potency. Mama, be quiet. Transcendental body 3 times.
Your Mama is talking.
yeah, she's gonna call.
Very nice. Very good. Write the shloka.
3 times from that recording scrabble.
Mataji, can you go back? Mataji, can you go back to the thing, the slide?
Yes, I can go back.
Can I join your class?
Oh, Kavya, give me a minute. I'll spotlight you. Okay. Let them see. And then I'll spotlight you. Oh, Kavya is a great, she's a good artist. Most of you are all. But yes, we'll spotlight. Oh, Kavya, wait. Let me. Where are you? Okay, Dina Krishna, wait. Akka chupistundu.
Mataji, I think you should click.
Kavya, you should write you have to write. Krishna should be the object of my vision. In that question mark, beside that you just write. What is the box?
Mataji.
Kavya, can I see your drawing one more time?
Or you can write, we should always think about Krishna. Okay? And write the shloka number. Will you do that? Can you write it?
Okay,
Mataji, I think you should make it so like there's a certain button where like you can click on a random person's video and then there will be a drop down and you have to click hide non-video participants, so whoever is trying to show can show and it will appear on your screen, but the people
don't know that, Nana, because you said I will try now. Okay. Thank you.
But the thing is that it's I don't know how, like some people, it's kind of hard to put it back.
We'll see. Suraj suggested we will. I will. Jagannath. I think, what's the time?
It's 8:13.
We have just 2 more minutes. Is anybody else drawing? Ramachandra showed, Kavya showed, Prahlad is anybody else drawing? Akshita is drawing.
I have a question.
Amma, who is that? Who is that?
That's Jagannath, is it? Hello? It's Jagannath. Is it?
Ojasvi, what's happening? Ojasvi singing. You're tired?
Little Mataji.
Yeah, I see. Or you look tired. You're all going to school, so obviously you'll be tired. I know. Why Advait is not drawing today? You'll be the first one to draw. You're also tired?
Mataji, it's because I just came from school and I had to eat.
Oh, you're 3 hours behind, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's for right now. It's for me. It's 5:14, 5:15 right now. So
Yes. Okay. Enjoy the prasadam.
Oh, wait, you come from school at 5:15?
no, I come from school at 3, and then by the time I get home, it's 5:30, and then I just sit down for a little bit and take a break. So like 4, and then I have to take a bath because you know how about COVID. So I take a bath every day after school. So that takes like 30 minutes. And then I join Bhakti Sangha while I eat.
Okay,
I think. What about your homework?
Homework is usually after
I
Bhakti
think I'm
Sangha.
regretting for asking my parents to go back to in-person school.
Okay, then we will end the call because most of you all are done. Thank you for being such nice kids.
Mataji,
Hmm?
could I
Akshita.
show you? Yeah, Mataji, could I show you mine real quick? I didn't write the shloka yet.
Yes. Where are you?
I tried.
Let me. Okay.
I'm still working on it though.
You're still working. Very nice. Just write the shloka number and also write that whatever Bhishma is saying, one line you add it. Okay, Dini Krishna or Sakshita. Show again.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Mataji.
Okay. Oh.
Yours is also nice, Dina Krishna.
We'll send it. Okay, we'll send in the group. Okay. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Thank you for being very sweet. Okay. Have a good night. We will have a good Krishna consciousness night. One.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, thank you for the class.
Vansha kalpatarobhyasya Vaishnavetyo Namo Namah Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, all Govinda kids ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Now we are not closing the call. We have bhajan session by Vrinda Mataji. So please, kids who wanted to practice